What's up guys, Kacharosaurus with you. In this video I'm going to show you how to get 3 rare horses, where to find them, map locations, and how to catch them. So this first one, we're going to jump right into it, is going to be the Tiger Stripe Mustang. Now a lot's changed within the game. I'm sure as you guys know, if you've jumped in, if you just recently got into it or not. So these 3 horses that I'm about to show you are rare horses. They're quite unique. So I'm going to show you where they're at on the map, how I go about capturing each one of them so that it makes it a little easier for you. There will be no cut footage, so you're going to actually see me find them, catch them, and saddle each of them up. So and the first one here is going to be the Mustang Tiger Stripe Bay, and there it is right there. This one's pretty unique. You'll see why once I get closer to it. So the stats on it are decent. They're not the best. I'm not saying that any of these are the best horses in the game. They're just a few rare horses within the game. So right here by Fort Mercer, you're going to see it's just north of where I'm at. So roughly in that location right there, just to the right of Bravo, right by them circles there. So let's go see how this horse is actually going to act when I get close to it. I'm kind of curious. So we'll take this step by step here so you guys can actually see exactly what's going to happen as I get closer. I was really curious about the temperament. I didn't want you guys to go through and watch a video and wind up losing the horses, so this way I figured it may help you out if you can see how they respond to me being in the area and how I go about catching each one of them. So I'm not just showing you them in a stable or anything like that. This one's actually pretty calm, as you're going to see here. You can see it just took a few steps towards me. It's going to take a few more, which really surprised me as to, with this particular horse, how calm it actually was for me getting close to it. And you can start to see the stripes and everything on the legs. That's pretty typical right there. They're going to rear up on you. I wouldn't worry about it. Just go ahead and mount it here and get it broke. This is the Mustang Tiger Stripe Bay. There is a gray version of this one, however I haven't seen one with the stripes on the legs, only down the back.
Calm down, boy.
So that's what makes this one really rare, is as you can see the stripes around the legs. It's a pretty good looking horse. So what I generally do here is I'll find a little treat of some kind that I can give it, so I can start the bonding process. And I already got the 1+ horse there, so I'll go to the brush. And right there I've achieved bonding level 1.
There you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and saddle this horse up so you guys can get an idea what it looks like with a saddle on it. But this is the Tiger Stripe Bay. Pretty good looking horse, like I said. You can see the stripe there on the back, the stripes around the legs, and the stats on it. Like they're okay. They're right about in the middle, but you know, for a free horse, you can't expect much, right? All right, so this next one here is the Brindle Arabian. I'm not even going to attempt to try to say that, guys. I'm not sure exactly. So with this one here, you're going to want to be a little careful when you go about catching this particular horse. It's normally always here. So I'm going to take a little ride up to the top of the hill here and see what we got. As you can see, this area's got a lot of rocks and a lot of slopes. So when you're taming this one, be very conscious of what's going on. And even when you try to ride it out of here, it's just over here. I don't know if you can see it yet, but it's up there on my left. I will get a map location right after I tame this, so you can see exactly where it's at. So right there it is. Go ahead and study this one real quick. You can see the nice pattern on the side. This is an Arabian horse. So same thing, I'm getting my lasso ready just in case. Just because of the rocks and everything around here, I'm not sure what to expect with this particular horse. So let's
Don't have to worry about me.
let's approach it nice and slow here and see what's going to happen.
It's all good. Easy now.
Just a good looking horse. I really like the pattern on this horse. Probably one of my favorites, one of my personal favorites.
Hello. Right now. Stop.
Just gotta make sure it don't buck me here, as we are up on the top of this little hill.
This is fun now, ain't it?
Alright, so this is where I actually found it at, right there on the map. You can see it's just north of the Indian reservation, right on the left side of, I guess you would say, that mountain, or you could say the west side of that mountain structure right there, just north of the Indian reservation. And that is going to be the that's going to be the Arabian.
That's right, boy.
So I'm going to go ahead and start the bonding process with this one. Right here I kind of learned something on this particular horse, so I'll give you guys a heads up. As you notice with the last one, as soon as I fed it and I brushed it, I think I gave it a little tap, I hit bonding level 1. With this particular horse, it doesn't seem to work that way. You'll see here that I'll actually feed it a couple times, I'll pet it a few times, and I just keep getting plus horse, plus horse. So what I wind up doing is I wind up getting my saddle from my horse and putting it on this horse. And as soon as I put the saddle on the horse, it becomes bonding level 1. So just be conscious of that, guys. I think once you maybe feed it, give it a brush or a little tap, I wouldn't go too much further from there. Just go ahead and get your saddle, slap your saddle on it, and keep it. I will tell you this as a heads up, make sure that when you are getting these horses that you don't have one with you that you care about, that you stable any horses that you're going to want to keep, because once you make this one horse your main horse, if you switch it again, your secondary horse, you're going to lose your secondary horse, and the main horse will become your secondary horse, if that makes any sense. So just be very conscious of which horses you bring to the party, because if I was to get another horse right now, what would happen is, like, if I saddled it up, then I would no longer have the Arabian as my primary. It would be my secondary horse, and whatever horse I saddled up would be my primary. And if I came across another one and I saddled that one up, then I would lose my Arabian, and whatever horse I had saddled up would become my secondary. Anyhow, so that's the Arabian right there. Good looking horse. Just be very conscious of the area that it's in and be careful getting out of there. This is the white Arabian. This one's actually pretty straightforward, but at the same time it's not. So you're going to see it's right there by Lake Isabella. It's actually right along the roadway here. So you come through here in the very beginning in the story. So you can get, I think, pretty much most of these horses right in the very beginning if you'd like. So we're going to ride along the road here, and I'm just going to keep a lookout for it. And right there, if you look directly in front of me, I can see it. So I'm gonna study it, and it's gonna take off running on me. This temperament on this one's a little bit different, but you're gonna see why here in a second. As I come over the hill, we got a couple wolves, so we'll just go ahead and run the first one over. And because Rockstar doesn't like you to be in control, they want me to focus on the wolves. Little quality of life there. We'll go ahead and take that wolf out so I can have my camera back the way I want it. Now, be very careful with this horse, guys, because it will run away and it will despawn. And it's going to take about 45 minutes or so. So if you lose any of these horses, you can get them back. It's just going to take a little time before they spawn back in. So here I hopped off the horse just to kind of see what it was going to do. I was hoping I could just, you know, talk to it or whatnot, and it ran away. But I figured I just shot the gun. We scared some wolves, and I killed some wolves and whatnot. So maybe that's why it's a little startled. So here's I thought was a pretty good point because it's kind of a dead end. So I decided to hop off the horse and see if I can talk to it and actually get close to it. But as you can see, it wants nothing to do with that. It really doesn't. So
Hey, boy.
I'm going to approach the situation a little different this third time around. And this one, like I said, guys, you're really going to want to be careful.
Come talk to me.
So here, my horse decides to go against the tree, which gets my lasso off, but I was lucky enough to get it again.
Whoa.
This is an all-white Arabian horse. Looks pretty much like Dutch's horse, the Count.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and it wants to buck me in the trees. I do apologize for that. I really tried to stop that from happening. Let's get this horse under control, and we'll get it out of this area.
There you go, lady.
All right, so I got a female white one here. So like I was saying, just be real careful when you're going after this one, guys, because it will despawn on you. You're going to want to come in here ready and be conscious of those wolves because they tend to be there quite a bit. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through the process of feeding it, brushing it. I'm going to put my saddle onto it. This one here does have the better stats of all of them. But again, this isn't a video of the best horse. I don't want to do that. I feel you guys should go out and experiment yourself. This is just some rare horses. But keep your eyes open. There's a lot of horses in the campaign that you can actually get, and there's a lot of horses in the wild. Don't be afraid to try to go up and feed a horse and pet a horse to see if you can get that plus horse sign. And if you do, that means that you can bond with it. So just be conscious of that and try the different horses. If you found this video helpful at all, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a comment or a thumbs up. I will be doing a lot of Red Dead 2 videos in the future. A lot's changed since the game's been out, so I kind of want to bring you guys some updated footage of what's going on and what's changed since it's all started. So here's a couple horses to get you through the game. And if you subscribe, I will have some more footage of the bounty hunter things going on, and we are going to be doing a special giveaway when we hit 100 subscribers. So stay tuned, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.